Hi everyone, Greeno here, and welcome to episode 2 of my save here with American Truck Simulator. So, I've been charging around a little bit in between episodes, picking up a few of the Southern Californian cities. Today, I've got something a bit cool lined up though. Let's go and take a look. So before we get going on today's episode, just a little bit of admin. If you're new to the channel, why not consider clicking the like button on this episode and subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to set your little bell for notifications too, so you don't miss any of the content that's coming up. There's a lot more to come obviously out of this series. We're about 50 episodes into a Euro Truck Simulator save as well. Plus there's Football Manager content on the channel, so lots of different stuff there for you to enjoy. Right, let's go and take a little look at what this job is that we're going to be doing. So you can see from the map here the places that I've visited so far. The way it denotes on the map is the circle of the city kind of gets a little bit larger once you've visited there. So you can see all these different places here, all the way up to Fresno that I've been. There's a few down here like Oxnard, Santa Maria, Huron, I've not yet visited yet. Obviously there are achievements in the game, all sorts of achievements with various things to do with loads you're taking, places you deliver to. But one of the possibly simpler ones you can get is when you just visit all of the cities in a particular state. So what I've been doing is taking jobs, and if we pass by another city on the way, making a little detour, going into the town and picking it up, so we get a bit more progress to that achievement. So far I've picked up 7 Californian cities, so that's going to be the first one of those achievements I think we're going to go for. But today we're going to be leaving California behind and doing a job across Arizona. So one of these jobs has popped up, an air conditioning complex, which we're going to take from Yuma, which you'll remember we visited in the previous episode, and take it across to Tucson. About a 5-hour drive. I think it might take a little bit longer than that, possibly, because it's going to be big and it's going to be heavy. But it is an escorted drive, so it's a little bit different, and it's going to be big. It'll be a challenge, that's for sure. So I'm going to go and get it all hooked up, and we'll get back together when we're getting on the road. Okay, so we're getting a little cutscene here. The local press have turned up to take a little look at this air conditioning unit that we're going to be taking. It's a big old load, isn't it? Wowzers. Very, very long. Pretty heavy. I mean, not crazy, crazy heavy. But, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, I think. So, oversized load written in huge, great letters on the front of the truck there. It's an international truck that we're going to be driving today. So when we do one of these special kind of jobs, it does give you some little rules that you have to follow, which are basically just keep in between the escort vehicles. Don't think about stopping for a sleep or picking up any fuel or anything like that. Just basically drive from one place to the other. The good thing about these kind of jobs is that you don't have to obey traffic lights, anything like that. The escort vehicles take care of all of that stuff, block all the roads, so you just got a nice smooth drive. So let's go and see how we get on. Okay, so we're underway. We're trying to get out of Yuma at the moment, which is easier said than done. This thing is so long. It's insane. So you really have got to keep a very close eye on the back of the unit. That's going to be the biggest problem, I think. Taking corners with enough width. Oh, we haven't even got any lights on. Let's put some lights on, shall we? That's probably going to help. It's around 20 to 4 in the morning, so yeah, we definitely need lights on. As you can see, if you're looking in that sort of right-hand rear view mirror, the length of this thing is just crazy. So getting around right-hand bends or any sharp corners really takes some concentration. Just getting out of the yard was tricky enough. So we've got a left turn here. As you can see, we don't have to worry about the stop sign. The escort vehicle has gone off, blocking all the traffic out of the way. Now, the reason that I think this might take a little bit longer, we're going to crash into that car, aren't we? Oh, I think we just missed it. I really thought we were just about to take out that car that was on the left-hand side there, but I think we just about got away with it. Goodness me, this is difficult. The the unit is wide, which really doesn't help. So I'm going to have to kind of drive, I think, over the lines in the middle of the road, just to keep that away from the like the concrete barriers here on the right hand side. Hopefully now though we're heading into California, are we? Okay, briefly. I'm not quite sure how or why we're doing that, but I'm sure it won't be for long. So I'm going to have to swing right out here, I think, to make this right turn. So I'm going to take it really slowly and cut it sharp here. See if we can make it around without taking anything out. Just about there. There we go. So that's obviously the way I've got to handle this. Any sharp turns, you've just got to take it really slowly, really steady. Need a bit of concentration for this one, which is an area where it has been noted in the Euro Truck Simulator stuff that I occasionally struggle. Anyway, we're out on the freeway now, so we're just going to follow the escort vehicle. Hopefully it'll get light soon so we can see a bit more of our surroundings. I'm quite looking forward to this drive across Arizona. Oh, apparently I got 1 out of 6 towards an achievement called Powell's Trail. Not quite sure what that is. I'll have to look that up in a second. But yes, there's achievements everywhere that you can pick up. So I'm just going to crack on with this for a little while now. Like I say, once it starts to get a little bit lighter or anything interesting happens, I'll come back and yeah, we'll get back together then. Okay, so we're making pretty good progress. We've got about 185 miles to go, almost 4 hours left of the drive, and it's just starting to break dawn now. So I'm looking forward to this. Arizona, it's an arid place, isn't it? It's a desert-y kind of state, but I imagine there's going to be some pretty spectacular scenery around. Obviously, the Grand Canyon's in Arizona. I don't think we're going anywhere near where that is today. Like I say, my knowledge of geography of the states is absolutely appalling, so I'm going to be learning as I go along, really, to be honest with you. This drive has been steady, let's put it that way. We're only allowed to drive 40 miles an hour, even out here on the freeway. I guess because of the sort of size and the weight of the load. So we've not exactly been charging along. But it's been fairly incident-free so far, thankfully. Since I was with you last, we've just been sat on this freeway, and I guess we probably will be most of the way to Tucson. So it should be fairly easy driving until we get closer to where we need to deliver, and then obviously we'll be coming off the freeway and having to negotiate some of those corners again. Now, I don't know how brave I'm feeling here, but let's have a little look outside of the cab, shall we? So we can see how massive this load is. It's wide, that's for sure. So I've been trying to kind of keep close over, so you know, I can let other vehicles past, so keeping as close to the right hand side as possible. It's a bit annoying because every time I touch the white line on the edge of the road there, I get that kind of rumble strip kind of vibration, so that's a bit frustrating. But I mean, this is pretty spectacular countryside here, right? We're liking that. But it's probably best I get back in the cab fairly soon, because anyone who's seen my Euro Truck Simulator stuff will know only too well that if I come out of the cab, things start to go horribly wrong. Here we go, we're back in now. So we're heading east, obviously, that's why the sun is rising in that direction. Hopefully, well, I'm sure we're not going to see any rain, because it's not in Arizona. I don't think it ever rains there, does it? Or not very often anyway, so I'd be surprised if we saw any. But yeah, we're going to push on. And yeah, I'll catch up when we get a little bit closer. Okay, so we've got a couple of hours to go now. Again, no major incidents so far. Just been trucking along this this freeway. We did have a nice little thing a minute ago where I drove past a big kind of patch of cacti. So that was pretty cool. Hopefully we'll see some more of them as we're trucking along here. One thing I did want to mention here is the truck I'm driving. So I'm driving an international brand truck here now. And this is the second drive I've had in one of these. And I don't really like them very much, it has to be said. So they just feel a bit basic. Like with the dials and anything, it's just, you know, there's nothing digital on there to kind of make it feel modern or what have you. And that left wing mirror is just like a mile away. It feels like. So to be able to see into that, you've really got to sort of, you know, I'd rather be kind of driving a bit more like this, so I've got more of a view out the front of the cab. But I have to pull that over there. You probably can't see much of it because it's behind my head, I would guess. Changing lane maneuver, okay. Jesus. Okay, well that wasn't too hard, surely. Not quite sure why it had to tell me that, but we just pulled onto the road where there's no traffic. Easy peasy. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I'm not enamoured with international brand ones. So that's something for me to bear in mind for when I start thinking about what truck I would like to buy for my first truck anyway. Obviously that's a truck I'm going to spend a bit of time in, so it's unlikely to be an international one, I would think. Anyway, I'm just going to keep on going, enjoying this deserty scenery. Got an hour and a half to go. Hopefully it'll be a nice smooth ride. Okay, bit of a dangerous maneuver here, probably, but just wanted to show you a little bit of downtown Tucson as we drive past there. We've got about 30 minutes of the drive left. Obviously, we're delivering outside of the city limits somewhere. But there it is. There's Tucson. Now, Tucson's not a place I know anything about, really. I say my knowledge of US geography is not brilliant. But I would guess it's got to be like probably the second biggest city in Arizona. Phoenix is obviously going to be the largest. But I would guess Tucson would have to be second, right? Maybe if there's any Arizonans watching this, you can let me know in the comments section below. I think one thing I think I might know about Tucson, though, I'm sure I read this somewhere once. Isn't the American comedian Gary Shandling? I think he was from Tucson, Arizona. Again, Arizonans or anyone else who knows anything about these things, let me know in the comments below whether that's right or not. It may be completely and utterly made up, I don't know. Anyway, whoa, why is he stopping now? Change lane maneuver is coming, okay. So we're getting pretty close to where we need to deliver, and we are actually not far from the downtown area, so it looks like we are actually heading into the city. I suppose this big air conditioning unit could well be for a high-rise building of some kind or another, so it does kind of make sense. But this is where it's all going to start to get tricky again now. We've had the 4 or 5 hours of nice freeway driving. Now comes the horrible bit where we've got to go around corners and all that sort of thing. So again here I will start out pretty much as wide as I can. There we are, we've discovered Tucson. It's the second city in Arizona that we've discovered, so that's cool. Obviously we went to Yuma, didn't we, previously, so that will be the first one. Right, now I'm hoping that there's going to be a nice easy drop-off point. The good thing about doing these jobs with these like special heavy cargo things is you don't actually have to do a parking job with them, obviously. You just kind of drive up and drop them off. So with a bit of luck, the access to that isn't going to be too complicated. I can see another left turn coming up here and then probably a right when I look on the sat nav. So another left turn here.
Turn left.
Again, we'll take it kind of steady. Take it kind of wide. So that we can swing the back of the truck around. There we go. Not too bad.
Ready to turn right.
And now we've got to turn right, okay.
Turn right.
So we'll pull over here. My escort vehicle is obviously giving up now, because we're close enough to where we need to drop off. Okay, so I can see right around here.
Pull over now.
That's where I've got to drop it off. Am I going to make it round this corner without destroying anything? Not sure. We're probably just going up onto the curb a little bit, but that's okay. That's not a problem. And now we just need to straighten everything up and drive onto this little parking spot. Like I say, there are no more complicated parking options available, thankfully, because I definitely wouldn't be doing them anyway. That would be awful. So let's see if we can get this to turn green now. There we go. And we have delivered the air conditioning unit. That wasn't too bad, was it? So I've unlocked an achievement called Size Matters, which presumably means that's the first of this big cargoes that I've taken. So let's see what we can add on here. We've got 2 skill points to add on. So we've got 2 on high value cargo. I think we might put 1 into long distance now. And maybe, how about 1 into fragile cargo? That will just give a slightly different types of jobs that we'll be able to take, the more that we can do there. So we'll apply those. There we are. We've got $30,000 in the bank so far. Now with this one, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to approach this. Again, let me know what you think below. In Euro Truck Simulator, I didn't borrow any money from the bank. I just kept doing the quick jobs until I had enough money to buy a truck. I'm not sure whether to do that in this game, whether it might be an advantage to take a bank loan, get our first truck, and start doing it that way. So let me know what you think I should do in the comment section below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I think it was pretty cool. Nice to see a bit of Arizona. Pretty brutal countryside, I suppose. But that's just how it is there, isn't it? But if you did enjoy it, please drop a like on there for me. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, of course, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ding your little bell for notifications. Come and hop aboard the Greeno bus. There's plenty of room for you all. It just remains for me to thank you for watching. I will see you soon for some more action here with American Truck Simulator. Bye for now.